I remember how our relatives and neighbors used to take off their shoes every time they came to our house. It became a secret to me for many years how that tradition faded away. I grew up and I moved to study in Tbilisi, and I saw my Azerbaijani friends taking off their shoes each time they entered the house. Only then I realized where did the tradition come from, and how it faded away slowly, like the memory of cohabitation.
Can you switch off? It's like how it is like studying and learning with Armenians in the same group.
It's so amazing because, for example, when my classmates are from Azerbaijan's birthday, all Armenians coming. You know, it's really happiness for us because we have not anyone without them, they have not anyone without us.
I was born when Soviet Union had already collapsed. I didn't know I was being born in the country that was being reborn itself after 4 years of war. I didn't know about borders, and I didn't know about enemies living on the other side of those borders. But as I was getting older, I started practicing being Armenian, being worthy to the nation, being afraid of Turks, hating Azerbaijanis. Those were the rules, those were part of my identity. And I took the role I was given without asking any questions. So did my friends from the other side of the border. I knew I was going to meet lots of Azerbaijanis when I was moving to Tbilisi. But I didn't expect us to become friends. I didn't expect to discover the conflict from their point of view and to see another reality than mine. I never knew there were some missing parts in all the stories I used to hear. Let me be honest. It is not always easy to trust each other and to keep the friendship when you have the burden of fear and hatred.
I never thought about it too much. I just had this knowledge already in me, like probably was this what school taught us, that Armenians just hate us.
So I used to think that they are not normal people. They are killers, they are haters, they hate us.
The main impression is what I had from Armenia's side. It's that we are in a conflict for more than 25 years and those people are full of hatred against us. We never talk badly about what Armenians do. We talk about what Azerbaijanis do, and it's always them who are doing bad things and never Armenians.
As long as there is hatred, as long as people think that they are victimized, this thing will not end.
And it's not about a degree of victims who has lost more than the others. We don't care about this. We are losing people left their homes and everything.
When I hear, for example, of people dying on the border, my first thought is like, oh fuck, they're so young and they died for like this stupid government fight. Never been like, oh my god, fucking Armenians, like how dare they. No, it's sad, and probably, obviously, if you have any logic, probably people on the other side also died. And all of them are young, and why should they sacrifice their life for nothing, basically, I think. I mean, I get it, it's land, blah, 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 but it's a piece of land and it's a life of a person.
The stories I have been hearing from childhood wouldn't stop following me. The stereotypes I used to have wouldn't just break in some months. I kept remembering all the stories I was told, and I wanted them to acknowledge my truth. Until I understood they might want the same from me.
When that day comes, when you're sleeping, you just remember. You're feeling afraid that they're coming. And he said, never sit on the same table with Armenians. They will look friendly in the first glance, but then they are not. So never sit on the same table with Armenians.
Look at us!
And you know,
Sitting at the same table.
So what happened? Like the day we arrived, the one day after.
You're sitting on the same table.
With Armenians.
So there's some hope. I don't know. It's not, but I can try it.
It's your chai.
Thank you.
Sopi. Shoot this.
From Topi?
Yes.
It became worse after the acknowledgement. I became isolated from my own society in Armenia. I couldn't listen to my favorite songs when I discovered how much hatred and nationalism were hidden in them. I couldn't talk much to my friends and relatives back home.
I can combat this hate speech or propaganda because whenever someone who hasn't had the same experience with me comes and says something not so true about Armenians, and I can just interrupt and say, no, you are not right because I have these stories.
I never thought, but we are so similar, Azerbaijanis and Armenians. Be physically, be our traditions, be the way we think, the way we've been educated. It's so similar that in the whole Caucasus, if we take two people who are so similar, those are Azerbaijanis and Armenians.
I would not have imagined this extent of closeness, connectedness, fraternity. I don't know how do you call it. I just didn't see it coming. It's different. It is not friendship. I didn't expect friendship, but it didn't turn out to be friendship either. There's more into this. It's like a family.
Հիշում եք հայերեն։
Ոնց որ։
Yes!
Oh yeah.
Oh. Someone making me singing Armenian.
He said Hampurumen. Hampurumen is in Istanbul.
Ah, so he can sing.
That's why I was wondering.
In Azerbaijan he can sing too.
Yes, please, he can sing too.
Severim
Because
siz.
it's a free country,
But it's a
Azerbaijan.
Դու Իջևանում եք ապրել։
Yes, Araratից եմ, Ararat։
Արարատից եք։ Հա։
Tbilisi became a good escape for all of us from the reality we were living in our countries.
Sar gelin aman, sar gelin. huzunu. Bu derenin uzunu çoban kaytar huzunu, huzunu. Ay kız Azerbaycanımın Haziran parması süzüntün olmuşam bu yeter dalası. Ermenistan'ımın Haziran parması senin için olmuşam bu yeter dalası.
Bravo!
Bravo! Tbilisi! Yes! 2020 year is coming! Yeah!
Because war changes people, she told me.
Because you know it does. Because it's easier to hate than love. Because it's easier to be in conflict than try to solve it. Because it's all about ego. It's all about you being hurt, not thinking the other one is hurt too. It's never about being put aside what you feel to understand others' feeling. It's easier to like dive in your own feelings. So it's all about ego. We all know that we lived good together. We don't want to remember it because it's easier to justify war.
Sometimes I have a wish to turn back the time and try to change something. But then I remember, I was not even born back then when everything started. Almost none of us was.
When I got the news that you would be leaving one day, it could be the chance that I'm seeing all of you the last time. I saw that I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna see you last time. Let's put it this way. And yeah, and I knew that I would cry, I would feel sad about that. This is also something new for me because I never cried for anyone in my life.
I cannot invite my friends to my country. I cannot talk too much about them when I'm back home. I cannot tag them in my photos, and I cannot show their faces. Only because of their nationality. How can anyone win in the war that takes away and distorts so many lives? How can hatred, fear, and isolation become a victory?